Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. It is day 7. Today's Thursday. That's the 7th day.
That's weird to say. Yeah.
That's crazy. I feel like it was just like day 3. It's day 7 of our trip, and we are currently driving into the heart of the tourist area of Kings Canyon. I think we mentioned in a previous vlog that Kings Canyon is actually really massive, but very little of it has roads.
Yeah, it's mostly wilderness.
And so we are not going into the wilderness. We are going into what's the town called? Oh, what's the
Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove, which should have stuff, maybe a visitor center,
Yep.
and it seems like every single town we pass in a national park has a post office these days. So we'll see what's in there. It's about a 30-mile drive from our campsite at Sunset Campground next to Grants Grove Village. And so we're just going to see what there is to see. There should be some interesting stops along the way. Maybe, I don't know. We're going into Kings Canyon, and Kings Canyon is the deepest canyon in Northern California. It's deeper than
North America.
North America. Did I say Northern California? Yeah. It's also that. North America. It's deeper than the Grand Canyon. It looks like it's going to be a very different terrain than the Grand Canyon. It's pine trees, and I don't know, but it's a very deep canyon, and so I guess the walls come up 8,000 feet, over 8,000 feet. So hopefully there'll be some cool views that we can see and show you guys as we explore. Stop number 1 is the McGee Vista Point.
Yeah, McGee Fire.
McGee. Yeah, tell us about it.
So in 1955, there was a fire that went crazy out of control and burned all of the trees. It left just charred sticks that were dead, which is unusual, but it seems like they logged the whole area. They clear cut back in the late 1800s. So it had only been growing back for about 60 years, and they had been suppressing the fire. So when it finally did catch fire, it was so intense that it burned through all the natural protection that the trees had. And that was back in 55, so here it is. Am I doing it right? That's 64 years later?
Something like that, yeah.
And most of this area is still totally barren of trees. There's some bushes, and it looks like down in the bottom of the valley there's some regrowth.
But it's not really growing back over here.
But it's very, very slow to retake the area with trees.
Yeah. And this said that the reason it burned so hot and so much was because they cut the trees in the 1800s when they were logging, and they left some poor quality wood and branches that they didn't want, and basically it seems like it worked as kindling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is why fire management is important. Look, it just keeps going and going back to those ridges, those hills over there.
Oh yeah, the whole valley. It's crazy.
That's bananas.
Yeah.
And you can still tell well over 50 years later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Half asleep in between, on my way to the round of the living. Seek your eyes right here beside. Would you come
we finally made it to Kings Canyon National Park. We've been in the canyon for a while, like we mentioned at lunch when we were stopped at Grizzly Falls. But now we have actually entered Kings Canyon National Park. Matt, I believe, is grabbing the, we have this monopod that we use like a selfie stick to take our picture, because we've been taking a picture in front of all of the national park signs as we enter each national park.